room is incredibly awesome. So please, give a huge Salt Lake ComicCon welcome to Christopher Lambert and Adrian Paul.
Their name tags are switched.
Oh, name tags.
Let's rock and roll. I'm Christopher. Hello, my name is Chris. My name is Christo. It's fun. We don't like having fun. We never have done.
No. This show looks like the most boring experience ever. So, I mean, I'm going to open it right up to the fans. I'm going to prime the pump with a little question, just because, you know, I'm a huge fan. And I remember reading growing up. It's hard to imagine Highlander as one movie. It's very difficult for somebody from my generation to think of that. But I've read that when they first conceived of it, it was going to be a standalone film. Was that right? Was that the plan from the beginning?
Yeah.
And yet, the fans said otherwise.
I was reading the script of Highlander 1. I was in Greece, and I was saying this script was something that don't want to offend the fans, but it's not just an action movie, it's not just a fantasy movie, it's a romantic movie. And that's the main reason I said yes to Highlander 1, apart from watching Razorback from Russell Mulcahy, who is still today for me an incredible inventive, creative, imaginative director that, for myself, might be wrong, hasn't been matched today. It's been copied, but not matched. So that's the reason I did Highlander 1.
Which of course back then,
I think that was also one of the reasons why the series did so well, because it had all those elements in it, and everybody across the world, because it went to 90 countries across the world. And so it was very, very understandable in different cultures. It could transverse. Some people liked it for the romance, some people liked it for the fighting, some people liked it for the history, and it translated, which not a lot of shows did back then, at least.
Yeah, this was one of the first shows to really. It was released on VHS in its entirety at the time, which was
You're aging us now.
That was a phenomenon.
VHS.
Well, you know, Adrian, I've read that originally they were conceiving of the series for you to continue in the same character, you know, as Connor, you know, which of course would have, I mean, if I may say so, would have been a huge mistake. I mean, obviously it was much better, but you know, was that your idea, or was that?
We had no choice in it. You kidding me? I remember when I first came up for it, they said, "Oh, here's the sides," and the sides were Connor McLeod. So I had to read the sides because I met first. I was the first person they ever met for the role.
Out of auditioning 400 people.
Yeah, I was the first person I ever met, and I sat in the room with Bill Panzer and the rest of them in the hotel in Beverly Hills, and I said, "You don't have to look any further, I'm the guy." And they went, "You're a cocky son of a bitch."
What's very important about what Adrian's saying is the transmission of something. Being a TV show at the time, you need to have good human being. You need to have somebody who's got soul. You need to have, the first time we met, I remember we did that picture, clashing
That
sword.
one, right, yeah, that one.
Yeah, we got it.
Some of you signed it today, but
Yeah.
we signed some of those today.
Exactly. And it was, you know, it's like in life. You have a connection or you don't. And the connection was instant, saying, this guy is perfect. I was offered the series. It's not that I didn't want to do it. It's just that it wasn't the right time for me to do it. But when I met Adrian, I said, you know, you don't look at the facade of somebody, look behind somebody. And I just said, this guy's a good guy as a person, and he's a great guy as a Duncan MacLeod.
Yeah, your cousin, right?
My cousin, exactly.
I mean, the thing, I'm so happy
really
you came in
important.
for it, actually.
It's really important. It's really important for me because Highlander is obviously hugely important for me. And if I met an asshole, which is
I am sometimes. It's okay.
no, he's not. No, he's not. Trust me. He was just simple. He was just human. And I said, guys, you got the right guy. That's it.
Adrian probably wanted to say that he was the first one to audition. They went and auditioned 400 more people, so they didn't take your word for it when you told
No,
them
they
you were
didn't.
the right
No, I
guy.
didn't believe you.
What the show did, what a great show's supposed to do, is it takes an already great mythology with promise to expand further and expanded it further in a way that paid respect to it. It was wonderful. I want to get to questions from the audience. I know we have a great line here. So, and she actually, just so you know, she was in here sitting on the floor well before any of us came in, just to make sure she was first in line.
Sitting on the floor for what?
To ask this question, to make sure she could ask this question.
Okay, no, just I'm asking the question.
Okay, so I know this may not be very relative to anything that you guys do. It says you guys are trained with swords, and I love Star Wars. So would you rather be a Jedi or a Sith?
That's a question for Adrian.